That is Nirvana on 94.3 The Shark, giving you everything that rocks. As we broadcast to you from the studio at the Paramount, brought to you by New York Cancer and Blood Specialists. It's Rob Rush in Orlando, and we have our very special guests from the Struts. We have Jed and we have Gethin. What's going on, guys?
Hello. How are you guys?
How is America treating you thus far?
Very well. This is home now, mate. This is home now. We know it inside out.
Well, you've been here twice now in the last few months. You opened up for a little band called the Foo Fighters at Jones Beach.
True.
And now this is your first headlining gig on Long Island, so that's going to be pretty exciting for you.
No, we're very excited for tonight. We've just we've sound checked a second ago and seen the room, and it's an amazing venue.
Doing your solo show after playing in the shadow of the Foo Fighters, do you guys feel like a little bit of relief that like Big Brother's not watching? Like, do you guys feel like
you know what?
the restraints are off?
That tour was incredible because the crowd really took to us, and like we get to hang with the Foo Fighters. We got to watch them every night, but that was actually quite easy because we were doing 45 minutes each night. So we'd go out. At the start, we were quite disciplined, but we'd end up just going out, sleeping all day the next day, waking up, catering, 45-minute shows. So, this tour is fucking tough. Oh, sorry. This tour is very tough right now. But yeah, we've been inspired by the Foos to do like a 2-hour show, you know. So. And
how is so you're doing 2 hours now? Were you
just short of 2 hours? Yeah.
We've created a monster because after seeing the Foos, we were like, right, we finally had our second album come out, so we had a whole new album's worth of material. And we wanted to play everything. So we started the tour doing 2 hours, and we were like, we love doing this. The Foos do 3. 2 is all we have in our arsenal right now, but we're going to do it every night. And then when we moan about being tired, we can't really complain because we've set that bar ourselves.
You guys really threw us for a loop when we saw you open for the Foos. We're both geeks, so we have to ask, where did the Springsteen cover come from when you broke out dancing in the dark?
True. Was that the one that Chad Smith came with? Was that James Beach?
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen with Chad Smith.
Yeah. So Chad was side stage, and we've been playing that cover for a while. Luke I think we started jamming it at a rehearsal, and we were like, this is really fun. And we realised we work this part of the set where we bring a fan up on stage and dance and things like that. And we did it at the Roxy in LA. And Chad was there, and we were like, "Hey, dude, you want to come up and jam?" And he was like, "Absolutely." He kind of just loves to play. And so when he was at the Jones Beach show, we saw him side stage, and we're like, "You up for it again?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm in."
And it was just like that.
And Taylor was his drum tech. So something.
But he didn't do a great job because Chad actually broke my kick drum skin, the outer one. He's
during that performance?
You know? Yeah.
Oh wow. So that's you got to do a real quick replace for that one. It's Rob Rush in Orlando. We're here in the Paramount studio. We got Jed, and we also have Gethin here. So in your biography on the Struts.com says before you even release anything, you open up for the Rolling Stones. How does that happen? Opening up for the Stones before you even put anything out?
Yeah, you guys have some connections, man.
I don't know what that Trojan horse was that smuggled us into that. But we had. We weren't getting much radio play in the UK, but a French station in Paris really picked us up. And so we just focused on France, and we toured through France for a year or so. And I believe it was Primal Scream had to drop out for the Stone support in Paris with about 2 weeks' notice. And someone put our name in the hat and said this band have been making a splash in France. And apparently the conversation was, someone said to Mick, they were like, this band up to it? You think they can do a stadium? And somebody said, yeah, I reckon they got it in them.
Wow. And
so that was about 4 or 5 years ago. And then that pricked up the ears of the Americans, and that led to our whole journey over here. So that was quite a turning point for us.
And then you mentioned Primal Scream, which happens to be a Motley Crue song, and then you guys closed or opened for them as they closed out their career for their last 4 performances, which is kind of interesting.
No, that was wild as well. That was another kind of, Nicky Sixx really took us under his wing on that one, and kind of wanted to hand over the torch, which is unreal saying that out loud. But yeah, they invited us to spend New Year's Eve with him at Tommy Lee's party, which was fun.
There must be a lot of secrets that cannot be told on air at those parties with Motley Crue and Tommy Lee. It's Rob Rush in Orlando. We're here with the guys from the Struts. We have Jen and we have Gethin. Before we let you go, if somebody's never seen the Struts or they only heard about the legend of, what could people expect tonight? Because there are still tickets available, by the way, if you go to Ticketmaster.com or just show up here at the Paramount's box office.
It's going to be a rock and roll explosion of the energy we have left in the tank after 4 months of touring. But it's very rock and roll for the eyes and the ears.
Do you tailor the set list based on the country you're in? Like if you were in Europe, would you do a different set?
I mean, we've got like we said, we've got a 2-hour set for this tour. But sometimes we mix it up. We'll throw something. You just vibe it really. Like
now the new album's out as well. Only came out last month. We've got a whole new bunch of stuff to play with because some of the other songs we've been playing for 6-7 years from when the band started. So anytime, any opportunity to play new music is always fun for us.
And Young and Dangerous, like you said, came out just a few weeks ago, right? So what is the progression for that? Where are you guys going to go after you leave tonight out on the road to support it? How much longer is the tour going to be?
We're out for another month in the USA, and then we do some more of Europe. And I mean, as I said at the start of this, America's kind of our new home. This is where you guys have been the greatest to us at radio, and we love all the fans here, and I think definitely more USA next year.
Oh, well, that's great. Maybe another show here at the Paramount. But
We'd love to. I love this place.
There are tickets still available, and I guess we'll do the old radio DJ question. Body Talks. What is this song about?
True. That's kind of, Luke, our singer, always describes that as like an R&B dance kind of track. It's a groovy, fun one for us to play.
All right. Well, I want to thank Jed. I want to thank Gethin from the Struts. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very
down
much,
here.
guys. Appreciate it.
And tickets are still available, ParamountNY.com, or just show up here at the box office. And this is a song that I'm sure they will be playing tonight. It's Body Talks on 94.3 The Shark.
Cheers, guys.